Hi guys, it's Granny Tana speaking. Welcome to this FS25 tutorial video. In this video I tell you how you can keep beef cattle and earn at least a little bit of money with them. First and foremost, beef cattle is not very lucrative in FS25, and in FS22 we had an exploit that we could earn a lot of money with them if we just bought them in an adult age, then gave them total mixed ration, and after 10 hours we could sell them with a profit of around 800 bucks. That's no longer possible because the adult beef cattle is much more expensive now, and in the first month you earn nearly nothing with them. So you need to find other ways how to make money with beef cattle, and to be honest, you can't. You can earn a little bit of money and you can keep them very uncomplicated, so they are easy to have, and that makes it a little bit lucrative in the end. But if you want to earn quite a bit of money on your land and you want money fast, then don't go for beef cattle. You could rather go for goats. They are easy to keep as well, and you can earn a little fortune with the goat milk. Or if you want it even more lucrative, go for gardens and grow lettuce. That's the best method to make money fast. So now I want to show you how you can have them without complications, those cute cows, enjoy them and make a little bit of money in the end. And yeah, I already show it to you here. You can see it, and it is rather big. They need a big meadow, a big place where grass is growing, and then if you only have few cows, they can eat completely from the grass on the meadow, and you don't need to feed them at all. But that only works if the area is really big and you only have few cows. And if you have more cows, they can eat the grass from the meadow in the summer, and you have to give them something to eat in the winter. Then you have to invest more in the winter and you earn less money, but you don't need such a big meadow. So it depends on whether you have a lot of place or if you rather have grass anyhow from a different place and such. Okay, here we have a typical barn that is good for having beef cattle, because that is not a milk barn. It's only for growing the cattle. Yeah, here they have food, and as you can see, I gave them food, and they have also food on the meadow. No, here it's gone now. It's 15,000 liters from this meadow. And now we do this together, and I show you the tips and tricks with it. Okay, let's go into the build menu with Shift and P. Console players need to go to the shop and then click yourself through the menu to come to the build menu. Okay. And I just go back. I wanted to show you something else, because we have two different possibilities. If I'm in a hurry, it's best to use a meadow that is already harvest ready, like here. That was a field. I put grass on it, the grass grew, and now it's harvest ready. And so I go back. And if you are not so much in a hurry, you can also build the barn just on concrete or on a field that is just cultivated or so. Then you have to wait until the pasture has grown. But now we can go into the build menu, and here we see where the cow is, we see the barns, and it starts with the cows. And for beef cattle it's easy. You can take all kinds of barns for your beef cattle. That is different for your milk cows. You need to have the more expensive cows. But now it's about the beef cattle. We can go cheap. We could start with this very cheap one for 15,000, which is just a fence and a trough. But you can only have up to 7 cows. If you enlarge the meadow, it is not growing according to the size of the meadow. So even if you have a rather big meadow in the end, then you can maybe have 15 cows. But so it always stays on the very low side of number of animals that you can have on this cheap cow pasture. But if you are just beginning and you want to have a cow, or let's say 7, then it's perfectly fine for the beginning. Here we have this other one that we already used in the example over there, and I really like this barn. With this small meadow here, it's just 35 cows. But that is okay. You can have a lot of fun with your cows. You can watch them roaming around. Because you can't earn a lot of money with them anyhow. It doesn't matter that it's just 35 cows. And when you have a bigger barn, like over there, or a bigger pasture, you can have more. So the size of the meadow has more value with this barn than with the smaller one. It's a little bit illogical, but yeah, it is as it is. And then there is another one of those breeding barns for 170,000, and here you can have 99 cows already with this rather small meadow here. And if you make it bigger, you can have even more cows. So I would say we just try this because we have seen the other one already. So I just click, and then I'm asked, do you want to customize the fence for cow barn large? Yes, I want. And here I have the fence, but you need to be aware the fence is expensive. If you just have 170,000 bucks, you can't build a custom fence. Here, this fence is already 7,300 euros on top of the barn price. And then here it's 5,000 on top. And another 7,000 on top. And here I have to close it at this green area. I click here. And now the fence is built. And we get a very important question. do you want to plant the meadow for cow barn large? In this case here, I say no, because I already have a meadow and it's already grown. And if I would say yes, I would still get a meadow, but with short grass that they can't eat right now. So in this case, I say no. But if I build on cultivated field or on concrete or such, I would say yes. So it depends on the situation. Okay, no. Here I have another barn. No, I have built enough barns now. Here we can see it. And let's go out of the build menu. Here we are. The grass is still there, which is good. Here we have the barn. And I think we put inside some straw because it looks so uncomfortable. And then we buy some animals. We don't need total mixed ration here at the left side, but we could give them total mixed ration. The cows in the left-hand barn, they got total mixed ration. And yeah, but they don't need it. The easy way to keep them is at as much as possible only from the meadow. That is the trick how to don't have too much work with them and to have it easy going, and then because of that make some profit in the end. If you would feed them with total mixed ration or silage for the whole time, you would in a way lose money, because if you would sell the silage, you would probably earn more money from selling the silage. So now we have the straw. It looks more comfortable. And if you add manure heap, then you could also get manure. But like that, the straw is just decorative. And manure is a special topic on it in itself. So now we buy some cows. You could also get the cows with a trailer and go to the animal dealer. Then you don't need to pay a transport fee. I already made a video about how to do this. And now we just buy it here at the barn and let them be delivered. With R, I open the cow buying menu, and we won't go for brown Swiss or Holstein. Those are milk cows. It's just about Angus and Limousin. And we have them in 3 age stages. The very tiny ones, they are 0 months and the cheapest. The bigger ones are 6 months and medium priced, and the 18-month-old are adult. And you can find out what suits you best. In the end, as you don't do this to earn money, only a little bit, you can just play it however you like to play it. And my favorite way to play it is to buy very little ones in spring and then let them grow up through the year. After half a year, they become this second size here. The same with the Limousin. They just look different. And yeah, and then after 1 year, they get the adult body from the look of it, but they are not yet really adult. They need another half a year to become fertile and such. But yeah, I personally like it to get the small ones in spring and sell the big ones then again in spring and buy new babies. Then they can grow up during the summer, and the medium-sized ones, they can grow up during the winter, because I think the medium-sized are more robust than the very tiny ones. And then I sell them again in spring. And that gives me a lot of joy. And in the end, it's that. And I earn a little bit of money. So I would say we just buy 5 of the small ones. And maybe just to have them in our barn, let's say 3 of the medium-sized ones. So here also, in my beef cattle barn, I even have some adult milk cows, because in my imagination they are like aunts for the small little calves, and they can give them some milk. And so what they obviously don't do, those adult milk cows, they are just eating the grass. But yeah, it makes me happy. And in my opinion, that is the most important point in having those beef cows, to get some happiness from them. Because, as I said, it's not so much about earning money with them, but they are so cute, and you can watch them and you can enjoy it when they grow up. Those are the medium size. They roam around and jump, and then we go and search for a small one. The small ones, when they lay down, they are so small you can hardly see them in the grass. And sometimes they really struggle with getting up. And in Austria, where we were at FarmCon, I saw 1-day-old calf. We were invited to a farm, to a cow farm. And they had one calf that was only 1 day old, just born. And it struggled just like those to get up. Where are you? Here, show us. You can do it. Yeah, and then this one has more place to run around. The real one was in such a small hut. But it was really similar to those little guys. Yeah, and then after a year they are grown. You can sell them and make a little bit of money. And if you have a rather big pasture like we have here, and only few of those calves growing up, then if you're really lucky, they can eat through the whole year from this grass. This grows back through the summer. In winter it doesn't grow back, but when it's still big in autumn, they can eat from this, even in the winter. But if you have adult cows in your barn or more, so if you would have 121 cows, which would be possible here if you see it down there at the right side, they could never live only from the meadow, never. But maybe 20, yes, and it depends on the age. The small ones eat much less, and they eat more and more the older they get, from month to month. They get hungrier and hungrier. How it is in real life. Yeah. And so you have to keep a look on them. You see when the grass is getting smaller, and then you can see the meadow, the number is going down, and then you can give them food like with the milk cows, the same system. Come on, I want to jump here. Yes. Here you can deliver food, either grass or hay or silage or total mixed ration, as I said in the cow tutorial, because this part is the same for both types of cows. Okay. Yeah, that's it about how to make at least a little bit of money with the beef cattle and how to have fun with them. Thank you for your support as a Ruby channel member. If you want to buy FS25 or a DLC, feel free to use my code OMATANA. You'll find the link for the PC version in the video description. It doesn't cost you anything extra and supports me a lot. Now I wish you a wonderful day, thank you for watching, and all the best till next time. Tschüss!